We've gotten many answers and confirmations for the new God of War, from upgrades, skill trees, and plenty of brutal Kratos takedowns. However, one we're still in the dark about is the notion of if we'll ever see one of his blade weapons in the game. While devs have essentially said no, others have left the answer to mystery along with other evidence that could go either way. And before we even go into this video, just as a warning for those that got their early copy of God of War, that's great for you, but please leave the comment section below spoiler free. We don't want anything spoiled for the community here at PSF as well as myself, because I'm getting the game tonight at midnight and I absolutely cannot wait for the experience. So I would absolutely love if we would keep the comments down below spoiler free. That would be great. What is going on, followers? It is your boy TKD123 here, and today we're going to unpack the question that is, will we see the chain blade weapons in God of War PS4? I figure first we take a step back and go over the 3 prominent chain blade weapons throughout the series. While I know there are more than 3, we're going to focus on the Blades of Chaos, Athena, and Exile, as they were the main chain weapons in each game. All this info, of course, is courtesy of the God of War Wiki, or Wikia, which is the official website name. Links will be in the description. First up, the Blades of Chaos were a pair of chained blades that were fashioned by the God of War Ares. Ares had those blades made for a servant who would prove worthy of his service. Those blades were the first pair of chain blades that Kratos used in the first God of War game. The Blades of Chaos were forged at the darkest depths of the underworld by Ares himself. They were imbued with fire, which allowed them to ignite with every attack that the user performed. The blades' chains would stretch out for a set distance with each attack, which allowed fluid movement no matter who wielded them. The chains of the blades were permanently seared onto the forearms of the wielder, which served as a reminder of their oath to the God of War. The chains could only be removed either by the God of War himself or when the wielder's time of servitude ended. After the fall of Ares, the blades were never seen again, but Kratos was soon granted the similar blades of Athena. The blades of Athena were chained weapons that were bestowed to Kratos by Athena that functioned similar to the Blades of Chaos. They were the second pair of blades that Kratos wielded in the God of War 2 game and God of War Ghost of Sparta on the PSP, featuring a different moveset as opposed to the God of War 2 on the PlayStation 2. While Kratos was a god, the Blades of Athena gave off a yellow aurora and were gold in color with blue colored glyphs due to the godly magic that emanated from them. After Kratos drained the remainder of his godly powers into the Blade of Olympus, they reverted to their basic form with a steel color and a faint yellow aurora. They were then leveled up much like the Blades of Chaos and gradually regained their gold color. At level 5, they emitted a red flaming glow and the glyphs became red in color. However, when Kratos fell into the river Styx, the blades were destroyed and wrested by the souls that attacked and drained him of his power. Afterward, the astral form of Athena took the ruined blades and transformed them into the Blades of Exile. The Blades of Exile were the third and last set of chained blades that were wielded by Kratos and were given to him by the astral form of Athena at the beginning of God of War 3. The blades replaced the Blades of Athena as Kratos' primary weapon. The blades also had a slight different design, but their model did not change as they leveled up, with the only exception being the amount of flames that the blades emitted when they were in use. The blades had attack patterns that were very similar to their predecessors, the Blades of Chaos and of Athena, but with distinct different designs. The blades' main features included tormented faces with a horn-like curved spikes that appeared out of the heads on the hilts, pronounced hooks on their lower edges, and an intricate pattern of a shimmering orange stripes on the flat sides of the blades, which emitted fire whenever the blades were swung. The Blades of Exile granted Kratos the magic power Army of Sparta, as well as the ability to grapple enemies. While all of those blades are cool, albeit a little bit similar, the main point is that they are essential to Kratos as a character. They are his main weapon throughout the series, and the question has been asked plenty of times if we'll see them in God of War PS4. In an interview at E3 2017 via a Games Radar article, Cory Barlog was asked why we hadn't seen the chains. This is what he had to say. Quote, "We were experimenting with lots of different weapons, lots of different things. I think we wanted to create an identity because to me, the blades represent a very dark time and Kratos' life. They are not just a weapon to him, they are his scarlet letter. They are the marking that somebody tricked him, that he made a bad deal, that he made a mistake. Powerful, but I think also powerfully charged in its emotion. And so I think a part of him wanting to move forward is being able to leave the blades behind. So of course, taking this article at face value, it sounds like the infamous chain blades would not make it into God of War PS4. That way, the absence of the blades represents a change within Kratos to move on from a dark time in his life. He goes on in the article to also say that the removal of the chain blades also allowed the designers of the game to start somewhere fresh with this new game, which is also a good reason. However, this is Kratos we're talking about. This is God of War. Are the chains really gone? When looking at God of War PS4 gameplay, you see a battered and older Kratos that has clearly been through hell and back. However, he also has a lot of new things in his life, like a beard, a son, as well as wrapping on his forearms where his chains used to be seared to his skin. With the combination of him wielding the Leviathan axe and with his forearms wrapped, one would assume his chains are gone as well. But take a look at this tweet I saw the other day that points out a big inconsistency or a secret to the upcoming game. The tweet in question is by Philly_cheese and it reads, quote, Spartan Rage. When you see that the chains of the blades of chaos are still imbibed into Kratos' soul, nothing he does will ever undo his past, everything he does defines him, no one could stand up to him, he is the ultimate god. And it has a picture of him, and this is a screenshot of the E3 2016 gameplay trailer of God of War, and it shows that under that wrapping, he does have the chains still glowing and emanating a red hue. And obviously this is a still image of the trailer and everything, and there is no mistaking this. Like, this is clearly a part of the chains that were on his skin in the previous God of War games. And so according to the E3 2016 showing of God of War, the chains are glowing under his wrapping. However, even this contradicts footage we saw of Kratos in the story trailer. In said clip, he's tightening his wrapping on his forearm and there appears to be no chains on them. This could be an error, maybe some strange mix-up with the code of games and assets from former games, but I just don't buy it. Even Barlog went on to Kinda Funny Gamescast to talk about the game and said that the game was developed essentially from scratch, even went as far as saying that they worked on, quote, everything at the same time, to new environments, movesets for Kratos, etc. This game is truly set apart from the old God of War game, so for it to be an accidental asset left over seems off to me. If we look back at the image showing the chains under the arm wrapping, Kratos seems to be activating Spartan Rage at the very same moment. He's clearly about to pop off and murk some fools, as opposed to the clip from the story trailer where he's calm, cool, and collected as he tightens his wrapping. So do the chains appear only when Kratos unleashes Spartan Rage? That's my bet. It even fits in with the narrative point that Kratos is trying his hardest to suppress his rage. Perhaps Barlog's answer about not having the chain blades as his main weapon, stemming from the fact that it reminds Kratos of a horrible time in his life, is true from Kratos' perspective as well, and sticks throughout the game. Kratos keeping his rage in check will surely be a constant theme in the game, and maybe when it comes out, so does his chains. I also don't buy that the chain blades aren't in the game. They surely have to be. I think maybe they are unlocked or used in gameplay, perhaps before the game begins in a prologue to the game, or during the end of the game's last sequences, or simply an unlock within the skill tree or upgrade system. If the chains are still in Kratos and haunt him during his Spartan Rage, the blades are surely to come out at some point. And so what do you guys think? Will we see our favorite god wield his chain blades once more? Also, if they were to appear in God of War PS4, would you want to use the Blade of Chaos, Athena, Exile, or a brand new set of chained blades? Me personally, I think I would like the Blades of Chaos. It'd be a nice tie back to the original game. Let me hear all your thoughts and opinions down below. I will surely be down there discussing all of my thoughts as well with all of you. And make sure also while you are down there to check out our description where you can find our Instagram, Twitter, all the good stuff where you can follow us on there. And make sure to also keep it locked here on the channel and stay subscribed for all things PlayStation. Thank you all for watching, and as always, keep on following.